shit, you know? Yay me. Alright, so how y'all doing? Congrats to the Washington Nationals for making it to the World Series. That's a thing,
Oh damn.
apparently. Yeah. They're the only good thing in DC right now. Burn. I don't know. Yeah, so what's up with
This is
you,
what you
man?
do. Is this what you do with your thing? You just insult players. That's pretty
No,
hilarious.
I was trying to insult the president, but still, you know.
Oh shit. I
At
wouldn't
least
be
I'm.
surprised if you get a lot of Trump supporters coming in there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to do that, but yeah, like when the president does shit that like offends me. I mean, hell, like nothing really seems to be going right this week, you know. So yeah, damn doctors are being doctors and being dicks and not like living in the real world where it's like, bro, like you can't just like not give me meds or can't just give me the wrong meds and think I'm gonna be cool with it, like. Like, I mean, come on.
I say that Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy is like Rachel and Kima right now.
Nikita.
Same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. They have that personality of those two. I'm
Yeah, but
surprised you
one's
noticed
more.
some.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that.
I don't know. I don't know. What do you think is Kima? Does she
N-
have some
Nikita is.
personality?
Nikita's kind of crazy, but for slightly different reasons. Like,
Oh,
Rachel was born crazy. Nikita is, like, crazy because she's 300 years old. You know what I mean? A little bit like that. Like, I just don't give a shit anymore. I am so old. You know what I mean?
if somebody was here was a major freaking DC fan and they saw that the Joker is talking to Lex Luthor, they'll freaking lose their. They're like, what the?
Yeah.
Uh oh.
What?
I remember that crazy kid that looks like the Joker.
Uh,
That's his name though. This is like those original anime Batman,
yeah.
the wicked modern Teen Titans image.
Nah. Sorry, it's not ringing a bell.
It's the one that when Joker really has those black eyes, but more
Oh, the
like
new
alpha.
Batman
Yeah,
thing? Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I remember that. Yeah.
yeah. That's what I'm trying to do.
Batman. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. I was just like,
I need to
before
make that same song when they did the Batman.
yeah.
Who the fuck thought that was a great theme song?
And you're trying to hold back laughter, I know, but still, me.
I know, it was freaking hilarious. I was like, what kind of Batman episode is it? Is it supposed to be dark and gloomy? Why the hell is it comedy and funny?
Yeah, I know, right? Like, that's the thing. Batman back in like the 50s was funny, but like, you know,
Yeah,
it's not the damn 50s anymore, you know?
yeah, get to your reality, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, the footage is a good thing, but put it in the cartoon where it started. I'm not trying to make a remake out of it,
Yeah.
unless you could do it good. You know?
Yeah. Like Batman the Brave and the Bold. I thought that show was pretty funny. Like Aquaman was hilarious as a dumbass.
I know, right?
He was he
Smart,
was
good, and funny.
yeah, he was like a Rachel, in a lot of ways. Like, Nikita is slightly smarter than that. Or it's like Nikita is more like aged and has more wisdom and things like that. Whereas Rachel's Aquaman, like just being a blunt fucking idiot. Like
Yeah.
for lack of a better expression. And I love that guy, the guy that voices him. He's actually the same guy that voices Bender from Futurama.
Yeah.
So it's like, damn, son, you've been doing work.
It's funny how you see a DC voice actor just go right to Fox all of a sudden.
Yeah. Well, they're work actors for like hire, so it's not like they, go, oh, I'm gonna work for DC for the rest of my life, you know?
Yeah, it's like it's kind of like wow. I'm surprised that there's no limit to their contract.
Yeah. Because voice actors are different than like regular actors in that way. Like voice actors, kind of go all over the place. They're not gonna be bound to, one particular side of that. You know what I mean? It's not.
This Joker,
Yeah.
you know the one that had looked like he had dreads on his head.
Yeah, I think most people want to forget about that one, right? Like, yeah, I'm not putting that on a resume.
Like, what are you as confident? Like, he's a crazy.
He's a crazy pot smoking Jamaican gangster, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, it worked. I gotta say, it worked a little.
Yeah.
Batman, you done fucked up. You should have hit her. And I love how when he starts fighting in the Brave and the Bold Man, you hear the thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. Way to get comical on this shit.
Go all 21st century on his
Justice
ass.
League, Clash of Two Earths. That wasn't a
That's actually not
bad
bad.
one.
That was a good
Yeah, that
one.
wasn't a bad one.
It wasn't
Yeah.
bad. Yeah, it was good.
It's kind of like taking the Justice League and put it in more, you know, more in a different way, but still keep it as is.
Yeah, like it also felt like Justice League Unlimited. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah,
characters
it did.
weren't like,
You saw that face.
yeah. Because like I like Justice League Unlimited how they all felt like, hey, they're characters. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
they all know each other. They know each other's strengths and weaknesses. Batman steals the Flash's donut. That kind of shit is cool. But when it's like that's the one thing I don't like about the Brave and the Bold is it was too much of a parody on some things, where it's like these characters should just breathe, what I mean, not just sit here and be
Especially
jokes all
this
the
one,
time.
Justice League, the Flashpoint Paradox.
That was way too serious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that went to a serious level.
That's based off a damn comic. That comic is crazy, but it's like I mean, I kind
The
of
visuals of Batman looked like he was just like, what the hell
he
happened?
was brutally murdering people all over the place. But we're supposed to feel sad when he dies. Like, come on.
I was actually kind of like for example, I was looking at Harley. I was like, why does this girl look like a hopscotch
Yeah,
princess? Like, what the fuck happened?
because the Flash changed the timeline. That's why everything happened.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, wow.
Flash, you done
Especially
fucked up.
Arkham Assassin. Wait, Batman Assassin Arkham.
Assault on Arkham. Yeah, that was good. That was fun. I love that one. That's one of my favorites. Like some of those DC movies are really good, and to be honest with you, the worst ones are usually just average. Like, they do something for you or they don't. Eh. Eh. Oh my God, I'm just so late. I'm so used to going out biking around,
That's Rachel.
sitting in the
She never
McDonald's.
stops once you're kicking your ass.
Yeah, Rachel's whatever, but
Yeah.
yeah, Rachel's like the humor. Ian's the smarts and the real meat of the story. Where Rachel's like, I'm gonna go smoke crack outside. Like Rachel, no, well, why would you do that? You
Oh,
dumb fuck.
how did you feel about Arrow?
I like that show, but I also didn't really watch all of it. So yeah,
Oh, this was a good one. Justice League literally God
Gods and
and
Monsters.
Monsters Chronicles.
Yeah. What if
What was
Justice? Now, it wasn't that bad from what I've seen of it.
it even made Harley even more dangerous than she normally was. Then she can experiment herself even more.
Who?
Harley.
Yeah. The only thing I wish they would have done in that Gods and Monsters shit, like, and it was not to say that the movie was shit, is that
Yeah.
I wish they would have actually shown what happened to Diana Prince or Bruce Wayne or Clark Kent, like just as a joke, like, oh, Bruce Wayne's dead. Okay, like, because it's
Yeah.
basically what if Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman weren't their secret identities and shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's a cool concept, but I would love to see a little bit of payoff for the people. Like, hey, Bruce Wayne is not Batman. Clark Kent is not Superman. Diana Prince isn't, Wonder Woman. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
just a little bit of explanation for some of that stuff. Like, would be nice. But this is why we can't have nice things. The DC guys won't allow it.
Which is sad, see, but you ever had the downfall with Jimmy Neutron and stuff like that?
Yeah.
And then the money that they went through to put that animation in and everything. And then they're like, oh, we're going to produce it to a new movie called Ant. Like, I forgot what that
The
movie was
Ant
called.
Bully.
Yeah, the Ant Bully, and then they fucked that one up. They thought it was going to be promising, but they fucked that up. And they totally screwed up Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah.
And the sad part is about the Rugrats is it had a thing going on when they was kids and then it was young, but they went too.
Yeah.
They
The thing
fucked
is, the problem with that, it was like a show that was made with tools that were too far ahead of its time. Like, because that CG is not cheap, so I understand why like the show was like hard to produce. But what I kind of laugh at is like you said, oh, let's take something away from our existing show, which is successful, and try to gamble it all on a movie, which is like a hit or miss prospect.
ridiculous.
Stupid. Yeah.
The movie from Jimmy Neutron, I gotta say, it was a great freaking cartoon movie.
Yeah. Be honest with you, that movie should have gotten a sequel or something rather than just like,
Yeah.
a TV show. Like, of anything, you make a sequel to that movie, not the Ant Bully, like, whatever.
It was so sad. I know you. I don't know if you remember this, but you remember a TV show called Told by Ginger?
Yeah, I remember that.
No, that show was actually iconic because it was telling basically a teen lifestyle,
Yeah, I know.
and it was just like it had so much promising. The fact is that the producers just didn't want to pursue it. And it was just like, why?
Yeah. I I understand it, like if it's The Simpsons when you've been doing it for, you know, for like, how many years? Where like they've been doing it for 30 years that you might want to do something different. But when it's like a show that's been going for 3 years, like I'm not saying I could understand being burned out with that stuff, but it's tough to explain to people that like go, why didn't you just quit the show? You know what I mean? Like why did you do that?
Yeah,
You've been doing it for 3 years, not 30, and like you're an artist, Troy. I'm like a writer, and it takes a long time to get all those episodes
yeah,
up and running, but
it's not easy.
it's not easy. You can get burned out pretty quickly. I just thought about that. I was like, damn.
Yeah, when it comes to an actual thing, you gotta have more members in your squad.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get anywhere with just two people.
No.
Believe me.
No, you're not. When you have like hell, like with Rugrats, basically made by the same people, right? Rugrats, like they had three people, but they also had a lot of guys underneath that went on to do their own shit.
Yeah,
So it
they
wasn't.
was basically working with Nickelodeon. So Nickelodeon benched for them and got them some other like unique
Yeah,
creators and stuff.
yeah, they brought in some guys. But that's the thing, like they weren't like just. I mean, they were bringing in people like in the sense of like, hey, we need more bodies we can throw out these shows because we might hit gold with another show. We might we might actually have something here and we want to keep it going, keep it fresh. But when you got one person trying to do it all, it's tough to do it. You know what I mean? Not
You can't get
impossible,
it
it's just
done.
tough. Yeah, you can't get it done.
You, because right now, and where we're living at right now, you gotta have to work with it with a
Yeah.
company. Because yeah, we're living in the future where everything is more like understanding and more like more easy to just like do it. But it's just like,
You do need backers.
how long you're gonna keep it up?
Yeah. Like, if I made a comic, I mean, first off, my artwork would be pretty shit if I was drawing it. But if I made a comic, it would take a lot longer to produce and would not sell as well as if, like, I got some minor publisher to print it out for me. You know what I mean?
Now, if you had a great PC right now, you can actually equip a unique animation profile and everything, and then you can just test it out.
Yeah, I have a Mac.
Yeah. No, I haven't. I know you're having like a map, but I'm talking about like a you know,
Yeah,
where you hurt your neck and just keep constantly looking down. So when I
yeah.
get myself an actual PC, that's when I'm gonna do my animation. I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna do it, produce it on YouTube, and then just like keep the files in check until the time comes when I actually want to go to a story.
That's
Because
one
I
thing I
have
gotta
all my
say.
files.
Always keep your files. Never delete them.
Yeah.
It's not like your apartment or like my apartment, for example. It's always like you want to keep that shit because you know what? You don't know when someone's going to say, "Hey, do you have a sizzle reel? Do you have a resume or something?" And it's like, "Oh shit," you know?
And shit. He knows.
Yeah. Like that's kind of what they call it too, is a sizzle reel, where you're just like showing people, "Hey, I got this," you know?
Yeah.
I mean, right now I'm waiting for my Uber guy that I did the delivery for last night to give me a tip, and I'm like, I'm just still waiting.
You're still waiting for that.
I'm not really waiting, to be honest with you. I've given up on that. I'm just like hoping he gives me a tip, you know? Like,
Seriously, he would have already gave it to you by now.
no, well, I just remember that one time I was walking with you, and I'm like, what the fuck? I haven't done Uber in like 2 days, and I got a tip, you know? So it was like, that's what I'm thinking of right now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
The expenses. Really?
Well, it's not the suspense. Like I said, I'm not believing it's gonna happen. It's just he told me he tipped me, so he would tip me. So yeah,
He'll tip you when the
uh,
time is right.
yeah, which is not the fuck right now in this order, biatch. You know, like, but yeah,
That's what I was saying. Like, you really want to go out there?
no, not right now. No,
You rather,
Wednesday is not the day to go out there.
you rather just do it for Friday or Saturday. So you
Yeah,
can like go,
yeah,
go
yeah.
all
Manchester's
the
really
beach and
good.
stuff. Yeah.
To be honest with you, I like
I gotta start
Manchester.
getting away from Hartford because Hartford's just random, you know?
Hartford is also like off limits at night. So if you get stuck out there at night, you're screwed. You know what I
But
mean?
you know Hartford very well and you know how to get yourself out of there.
Yeah, and also know that hey, there's a few spots like in Market Street where it's not great, but hey, if you have to lay low at the bus stop, you lay low at the bus stop. You know?
Nah, you never lay low on the bus stop because they know they're gonna. Let me tell you something. Market Street and that bus stop,
Yeah.
bad decision when you going out at night with that.
Okay. Thank you.
They
I'm like,
normally target people who goes into the bus stop. It's pretty obvious.
yeah, because they're sitting there.
Not only they're sitting there, they're gonna have the relay of going over there to order to catch their bus. So it's like, yeah,
So okay, I didn't think that through. That is my fault, but that's why I was like, I'm thankful that you're telling me
so
this.
it's like you don't have to even wait for that shit.
Yeah, I have a bike. I could literally go home. I think
The thing is, it's like you if you do that, you gotta make sure that the elevator, the elevator
works.
when they bring you up works, or
Yeah,
you're gonna have to lift up your bike and walk up those stairs.
which is not a problem, like in a pinch, but it's like
Yeah,
I don't want to do that.
I'm still trying to figure out how those bikers even getting up there.
Well, there's got to be another way up. That's what I'm thinking, like a handicap
No,
ramp.
because they're always riding up there. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking in my mind, like, why do we have to
Oh,
take the elevator?
yeah. Next, to be honest with you, maybe I'll do a scout trip or something like that and just go over there and
Yeah,
like
and
look
just
at
see
it.
where they even go with that bike. Because I keep seeing them going right up that. I know there's
I
some
just want to make
bridge
sure
or
it
whatever,
connects.
and they
Yeah.
just keep going up there. Like, and that up there is leading to that point where the subway and science building most likely caught up
Yeah.
upstairs. So it's like, shit, we're doing something wrong here.
Yeah. We're fucking up, but you know what?
Yeah, right.
But we're not fucking up too bad, so long as that elevator works. You know. And that right there is, I would think, the premium point to get robbed at night. You know, that elevator spot. You know, I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know much about like Hartford like that. I'm actually glad that you told me about the bus stop thing because I was like overthinking that a little bit. You know, but yeah, thank you for that because I was like, oh, bus stops are safe. Bus stops ain't safe. I guess you got a
Well, they're
great
not.
point there.
I've been in Harvard at nighttime before.
Yeah, I've been only in there at nighttime like a
It's
handful of
alright
times.
if you're a guy because they won't bother your ass as much unless you're dealing with a crazy ass motherfucker.
Yeah, like I'll fuck up crazy ass motherfuckers, but yeah, like I get it. I still don't want to do it, you know. Like, I still rather be in Manchester, you know, at night.
Yeah, Manchester's more quieter because you're not gonna be dealing with crazy people over there.
And also with Manchester, you're dealing with a lot of like businesses in a condensed area. Like,
Yeah, you're dealing with not only businesses, but you're dealing with a minor area that you already know that there's cops gonna be hanging around
yeah,
because that's a known traffic area. So you're
yeah.
going to deal with freaking
I see so many cops. I'm like, yo, what the?
yeah, yeah,
But you know,
because they know how people are with that area. They
yeah,
will do something stupid. They will try to beat traffic. It's pretty obvious over
yeah,
there
yeah.
in
You
most
know,
of the
I see
cities.
it. Like, I see that. I'm not blind, but
Yeah,
I'm blind in Hartford. I don't know. But yeah, like last
as
night,
soon as
like
Hartford, you're gonna come across these things, but you're not really gonna see
yeah,
that.
yeah. In Hartford, it's almost like nobody gives a shit. You know, in Manchester, it's like they give a little bit of a shit. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, like, I'd rather be in Manchester, even in the dead of winter, you know, than going to Hartford at lunchtime. You know? I don't know.
yeah.
Because when you're in like the dead of winter, it's got me worried about Manchester. I don't feel like being on Talon Turnpike when there's snow on the ground. You know? You know, because like sometimes people don't shovel off the sidewalks, you know, so that's got me a little worried. Not majorly worried, but you know, a little bit, right? Like, so what's up with you? You thinking of something? You cooking something? You doing something with your brain?
Same, still going on his pot.
Yeah. All right. What am I gonna do here? Ah, I just I love that, man. I gotta get something to eat here in a minute.
Yeah.
It's lunchtime, man. I'm like,
I love how Sylvester's mother was just looking at Sylvester and he was just like, "You still didn't catch that birdie?"
you dumbass. Yeah.
And then she just looks at her and she's like, "That bird is very smart and everything."
Yeah. All right. All right. Hang on a second here. Gonna have to go back to the bathroom again because I'm. Oh, I gotta clean the toilet. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just can't believe I left it on recording as I'm doing this. Shouldn't take too long.
Does Rachel has imaginary friends?
Oh, Rachel's totally got imaginary friends. I mean, Yeah, she's got imaginary friends up the wazoo. They're called
Is their name
police
Piper?
officers.
Piper?
No,
Okay.
they're police officers. They're imaginary. Damn, Ian.
Damn. Officer Stanley. How may I
Oh,
help you?
Officer Reese's, Officer Cup. How you doing?
Damn.
They got chocolate in my peanut butter. They got peanut
You got
butter in my.
chocolate. That was awesome.
Yeah. Ugh, I shouldn't have done this. I should have stopped broadcasting, to be honest with you.
What's up?
Oh, shit. Here it comes down the drain. Pray for rain. Oh.
That's right.
Yeah, I hate that it's gonna rain tonight. Like, that kind of kills it for tonight, you know?
I don't even care. It's a good time to get back in the house and just relax.
Hey, do you think that McDonald's on Talon Turnpike would mind if I just sat in there and didn't order anything? I don't think they would,
I
but
don't know. Sometimes these restaurants right now is just getting irritated by that.
yeah. Especially even when I'm
I'm
like,
just saying out of curiosity, I think you might get away with it because you're an Uber, but it's just like,
yeah, I'll always keep that $1.07 in the back of my pocket.
yeah, just
Yeah,
to be respectful, you know?
yeah. Because how much did it cost you for that ice cream?
Not even much. It was like 53 bucks. No,
For,
I mean 53 cents.
yeah,
I said bucks.
yeah. I know. It's like I was literally about to go like, what the fuck, man? You got $53 to blow on ice cream?
Buddy, 53 cents. That's all you need.
Yeah. Woo wee. Oh
I'm
man.
actually surprised they're giving that because you don't see that in the other McDonald's, right?
No. That McDonald's is like
That's
good.
like
Now I'm gonna go there and like get the damn ice cream. You know, like fuck the
you
soda.
get an ice cream cone and I'm just like, yep, there you go.
I did my one. Cause like I feel like if I go like I
I don't
usually
mind going with you in the morning if you're gonna go to Manchester on Thursday, but it's just like I have to pick and choose when I'm gonna do it. You know?
yeah, to be honest with you, going to Manchester is fine, but like not
Yeah.
this Thursday. You know, because it's gonna rain tomorrow.
Yeah, Thursday is gonna be late day. What I'm gonna do is I pretty much not only have to work on that day, but I'm probably just gonna order some. I'm gonna see how much it is for
Be
Uber
honest with
Eats.
you,
See
like
what that is.
what for Uber
Yeah,
to work or to get something from it.
no, just get something because I can use the app to register for an Uber Eats.
Yeah. So you're talking about ordering from Uber, not delivering.
Ordering for the food and going to putting it for an Uber Eats and just say because it looks like I could do it on the McDonald's app instead of doing it on
Nah, you can't. I tried that.
you have to do it on the Uber app.
Yeah, what you did yesterday, ordering from Uber Eats, is much simpler than doing the McDonald's app.
Now, I ordered mobile.
What?
So I don't know where she got that Uber thing.
Oh, probably just a colloquial thing. Like, oh, Uber, Grubhub, all the same thing. You
I
know?
think it was just like I did a pickup thing, so that's what
Yeah, she was nice about it too, because I was sitting there, I was like, you talking about Uber? Like, I'm an Uber driver. You know? Like, I don't know
Uber
what the.
driver. How about I help you?
Yeah, I was like, we're just like looking at each other like, we've been doing this, you know? Yeah, Friday's gonna be busy.
Mother.
Mother, have I dropped the bomb at all? I'm like drawing up the video here as I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's Rachel right there.
yeah,
I'm about to eat my sandwich and then she just gets a good bite out of it. Like what the hell?
that's Rachel. That's Ian and Rachel's relationship in a nutshell. Ian be like, I got this great sandwich. And Rachel be like, oh shit, I can't eat a great sandwich. And Ian be like, oh, it's actually terrible. Give it right here. I'll take a bite out of it. Like, Rachel, shut the fuck up. Oh, I gave her all. That's the captain's log, alright?
Be my friend.
Oh no, Rachel's father is the evil villain.
Daddy, you wasn't nice to me. You keep
No,
stealing my damn sandwich.
no, like she was with Rachel. Like I always kind of, I don't want to say this too much. She was adopted, but her genetic father is
There's
like,
nothing wrong with that.
yeah, nothing wrong with
I
that.
always keep thinking that is a bad thing, but it's not.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I just was saying her genetic father is like a jerk, villain that wants to kill everybody. So, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Where's the cops, though?
How'd they do that? Yeah. So, yeah. I don't know. Like he's kind of like Bane in a way. Have you ever seen like Bane?
Damn.
Yeah, he's muscular, big, intimidating.
I do feel like a stretch. You think of the boys and the cabs. Fuck, you think you was a villain, not a fitness trainer.
I always kind of thought of him as like Arnold Schwarzenegger, to be honest with you,
Yeah.
like a big
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, but like, and one of the things with Rachel is that she's kind of the product of genetic experimentation. So it's like, oh, we wanted to see if we could create the perfect soldier along with her brother, by creating them in a lab. So like
Yeah.
that's why I say genetic father versus like, you know, legit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I love when these things don't give me tips. I'm like, I want to make sure I got the right thing in my notes. Because I took some notes yesterday about something the Warm Line wants me to do. They think I can help people with my writing, so yeah.
I want to see what the game run is up to. He's bullying villagers in Minecraft. Okay, this is gonna be awesome.
All right, I'm gonna just stop broadcasting here.
Alright, go ahead.
All right.
I love how the other villagers just look at him